Started. So like I said, welcome to All About Thieves. My name is Regina. I'm very excited to talk about this particular subject. It's one of my most favorite. It is the thing that got me really hooked into Young Living and got me started with all of the rest of the products, the thieves, just everything. So when I talk to people, that's my go-to. That's my thing that I always like to talk about. So how many of you guys, actually, let me start with the opposite. Is there anybody that does not have any Thieves products? All right, so we got one. So you're gonna learn a lot, and other people you're gonna learn a lot as well. So I do like to make it an interactive class. So at times I am gonna ask you guys some questions, have you jump in, see what, different things about knowledge, stuff like that that you have. I'm gonna ask you, I'm going to ask you guys to just take 1 minute. You may not be close to it, but do me a favor. I want you to grab one item from your cupboard, from your cabinets that you use on a daily basis that's not a Thieves item. All right, so you have about 1 minute and 30 seconds to go do that, a little less than that. Just go grab an item. Even if you are not on camera, just go grab a...
I've got the one desk in the garage.
I don't have anything.
It's coming from the garage, Mark. I don't know if we want
You can yell at him now, Regina.
I bought window cleaner. I didn't like her vinegar mixture.
Well, you need, the Thieves is better. I used to only use vinegar too, and everyone would be like, the house.
Yeah, she made something for me, but I was using it to clean my car windshield and she was streaking, so I went and bought some.
Streak.
But then I found out stuff I bought streaks too, so actually, whatever she made me was better.
If you make, and we can get into recipes and stuff a little later, the stuff you make at home, if you do your own DIY glass cleaner, if you put a little bit of cornstarch in there, it prevents it from streaking. So just a little bit of cornstarch.
Oh.
All right, so everyone has their product that they have. I'm gonna have you hold on to it just for a little bit. So even before a global pandemic began.
What if I can't find anything that's not Thieves?
She can't find anything. We're good.
That's all right. I'm sure Mark can go into the garage and find something.
Yeah.
You only get the glass cleaner on top of the refrigerator.
So even before, like I said, even before the global pandemic started, there was a big concern about everyone's health and wellness. So there was a lot of focus going on to what's causing the rise of cancer, what's causing the rise of all of these autoimmune diseases and things like that. When I was growing up, I'm 45 years old. When I was growing up, when you heard the word cancer, that was something that maybe you got when you got older. And even when you got older, it wasn't a guaranteed thing that you'd get it. Now it is rampant. It is everywhere. Babies are born with cancer. Like, just the illnesses and the things that are out there are so strong and they're so powerful that people are starting to realize that something's not right. So it goes not only from the foods that we eat, the products that we have, it's also the things that we put in the air. So like in 1960, it was a 1 in 20 chance of getting breast cancer. Now it's a 1 in 8. So people are looking at the correlation of our exposure to toxins and the rise in illnesses and all the different things going on today. And unfortunately, we live in a society where the government that we have is all driven by money. So big pharma, things like that, like they have all these products, they have all these ingredients. In other countries, they've been banned. So there was a study done where Europe banned over 13,000 toxic chemicals in all of their products. In that same year, we banned 10. That's it. So other countries actually, the things that they are not allowed to put in their products, they make products or they sell stuff to the United States because we allow them. So we are exposed to toxins in every facet, in our foods, in our clothes, in our products, the things that we put on our bodies. And when you start to do the research on it, it can actually be very terrifying and overwhelming. So really, the best way to stop toxifying our bodies is to stop putting toxins in them. Now, we can't really totally not expose ourselves to everything, but the one thing we can do is control the controllables. And one of the controllables is our home. So what we have found is that the air quality in our homes can actually be 5 to 7 more times more toxic inside because of what we're spraying than it is on the outside. Because you have a lot of times, like right now it's winter, our windows are shut. So we don't open the windows for fresh air, but we're spraying all these ingredients and all this stuff. And where is it going? It's not going anywhere. So we're breathing them all in and it's just going into our lungs. It's going into our bodies. We're putting them on our bodies from the toxic products that we use every day. Ladies, by, what do they say? By 7 a.m. or whenever you wake up, you've already probably put about 82 toxic products on your skin, just in getting up, brushing your teeth, washing your face, and taking a shower. So we're constantly exposed. So as much as we can decrease that, the better that it is. So I'm going to give you a couple statistics. I know I've been throwing out a lot of information at you so far, so ready. So the average household contains about 62 or more toxic chemicals, and we're exposed to them routinely. The conventional cleaning products. Does anybody know what an endocrine disruptor is? You probably may have heard that. You guys can come off mute if anybody wants to. Does anybody know what that is? So an endocrine disruptor, you're going to find in a lot of the products. So endocrine disruptors actually can change the cells in your bodies. It can tell a cell to die off. It can produce more hormones. It can produce less hormones. And all of these things like formaldehyde, SLS, and we'll get a little bit into phthalates and some of the products we're trying to, or the ingredients we're trying to avoid, they mess up your entire system to the point that, like I said, it can have the endocrine disruptors that can cause cells to die off. It can even cause cancer. So it can be very overwhelming for the body and the system. The regular use of cleaning sprays can have as much of an impact on a healthy body as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. So think about that. The things that you spray in the air, the stuff that you're cleaning. Now, obviously we're all home, but one of the statistics also talks about how women are, it's like 3 to 5 more times likely to develop cancer because we tend to be more cleaning, or we used to be the ones that used to clean the most. So we were most exposed to the cleaning products. So therefore the risk became a lot higher. So that is how this whole thing got started, was with cleaning, with me cleaning, because I always had to clean my house. And when I would go to clean my bathroom, I was a huge Clorox person. So I always had my bleach, I had my Clorox, I had my Lysol, I had all of that stuff. And I just got to the point where I was just starting to I couldn't breathe anymore. So I was like, you know, every time I would go to clean the bathroom, I'd be like, I'd start wheezing, I'd have to open the window, and I'd be like, there's something not right here. So I started to do some research, and what I found was that it was causing irritants. It was causing respiratory a reaction. I was having an allergic reaction to the cleaning. And the more that I started to read about it, the more that I started to see that those things could actually end up causing lung cancer over time. The irritants, they actually make your throat raw, and that's what you were breathing in. So every time I would breathe that in, immediately I would just have like an asthmatic response, and I don't have asthma. But when I open the window, then I would start to feel better. Another example is kind of like, how many of you have gone into, now it happens to me every time I go to a Hallmark store. If you're in the Hallmark store, all of a sudden you get really hot and you start to sweat, and maybe you start to get a headache and you don't feel very good. Has anybody ever had that happen to you? Anyone? Yeah, so that's you having a reaction to something in the store. Because if you'll notice, when you then go outside and you get a little bit of fresh air, you go, whew, I feel so much better. But we equate that to, oh, it was too hot in there, or I just really wasn't feeling good, maybe I'm dehydrated. It was actually your body having an allergic reaction to a perfume or something that was going on in the store, and you had to go get some fresh air to feel better. So those are the things that we're exposed to all the time in our daily lives. And the more that you start to decrease the amount of toxins that you're in, the more you actually will notice what's happening. Like if I go to Target, I can't go to the cleaning section anymore because I'm like, here I go. I'm already having problems breathing. So you'll start to notice these things. But one of the first things I always hear is, how do I know things are clean? I like that smell of bleach. I like that smell of Clorox. Like that's how I know my body. Look, Danny's like, Mark right here. That's how I know my house is clean. And we're going to talk about that. And that's one of the biggest things that people have a hard time switching over to, because our sense of smell and what we think clean is has been tainted. We don't realize that we're actually making ourselves sick with the products that we're using. So I'm going to show you guys a little video here. I'm going to share my screen with you for just a second. There we go. I think I do that. And then I press play. Can you guys all see that? Okay.
Would you knowingly bathe in or ingest toxic chemicals? Do you ever read about it? Worry about it? Formaldehyde, phthalates, VOCs, sodium lauryl sulfate, ethanolamines, triclosan, and fragrance. We are surrounded by toxins hidden in our soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, sunscreen, household cleaners, lotions, and even our makeup. In fact, women are exposed to over 100 chemicals a day. These chemicals can affect a woman's hormones and fertility and can even be passed on to your child during pregnancy and breastfeeding. They are known as endocrine disruptors. Google it. You won't be happy. Let's take a look at the ingredients on a label and see if we can get some answers or maybe even some clues. Is this even English? As if these scary ingredients aren't enough, can you believe there's another extensive list of possible ingredients that are not even listed? It falls under fragrance. The very things that make us feel like we're doing our family a solid are actually the very things that could be causing us harm. Those clean and refreshing smells are the exact loophole that industries have used to get those toxins into our homes. Regulations have permitted the fragrance industry to hide toxic chemical formulations as a trade secret. The fragrance in any one product could be a mixture of hundreds of chemicals. It's estimated that 95% of the chemicals used in these fragrances come from crude oil. As a consumer, it's shocking to know how many fragrance products are not regulated by the FDA. Here's some simple math. 84,000 industrial chemicals used in household items, 200 tested by the FDA, 5 regulated by the FDA. So let's add that up. Chemicals aren't being tested in a lab, they're being tested on us. Yep, a lot of these chemicals have actually never been tested for human safety prior to being released to consumers. Let's add that to our already overwhelming and stressful to-do list. Chemist, so we can take matters into our own hands. Pump the brakes. Shouldn't organizations like the FDA or the EPA help us with the behind-the-scenes safety stuff? Shouldn't they be the ones to stop harmful chemicals from entering the products that we use in our homes? Apparently not. Apparently in the US, we follow innocent until proven guilty for more than just our criminal justice system, but also synthetic chemicals. But who doesn't love that coconutty smell of sunscreen? Manufacturers know that consumers respond to scents, so fragrances are created in a lab to match natural aromas. As our strongest sense is smell, these aromas trigger an emotional connection to the product. Vacation, sun, karaoke on the beach, 2012. No, kids. That fresh lemon scent isn't worth the risk of the negative health effects caused by fragrance chemicals. And neither is the clean smell of the scented lotion that I put on my kids after bathing them in soapy, sudsy bath wash and coating their high knees with diaper cream. In fact, the average baby is exposed to 66 toxic chemicals per week from bath and shampoo products, not to mention lotions, wipes, and creams. Get this. There are actual trade associations who represent corporations that intend on getting rid of any chemical regulation. One of the most powerful is the American Chemistry Council. With deep pockets of money, the ACC lobbies to avoid regulation that would affect a company's bottom line. Billions in profits at our expense. I learned some of this from watching the documentary Stink. Watch it. It will blow your mind. So maybe I'll just live with smelly kids and a dirty house. It's exhausting to have to read every label, wondering if what I'm using is safe. Since no one has my back in making sure harmful toxins stay out of my house, my newfound mission is to keep my family safe by doing my own investigative research to build personal awareness. Sorry about my rant. I know there's a lot to worry about nowadays, but there are companies and products and your friends that care about you. There is a solution. You don't have to worry. No more secrets, no more toxins, period.
So it's a pretty powerful video. What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts on that. It's things that maybe you learned from that video, or maybe that you already knew, or just tell me what you think about it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely eye-opening when you see it basically in black and white like that. And they're telling you how many chemicals we are exposing ourselves to every day. And like you said, especially us women, because we're putting on makeup and lotions and perfumes, and we want to smell good and we want to look nice. And there's all of these unregulated chemicals in them, and we are basically human guinea pigs. That's kind of scary.
They don't test most of the items that are in these products. And that's the thing, is that word fragrance or perfume. So they have what it's called, if you guys have heard, like a proprietary blend. So, when you have something that you've created, you don't want other people to know what it is. They put it under this proprietary blend. So they are actually legally not, they don't have to disclose what's in that. So the words perfume and the words fragrance allow it to be a trade secret. And they can put anywhere from 1 to 5 to 1,000 ingredients in that, and they can be all toxic, and you would never, no one would ever know. So that's one of the scary things. So please, it's without judgment. I want you to hold up your item that you pulled out of you went to the cupboard to get. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. All right.
Well, we didn't have anything in the kitchen down here. So he went and got his shaving cream.
I see that. Mary, what do you have there? What is it? What's in that?
And unmute. It's Dial soap.
Dial soap. Okay. What else do you have? I know that's not Kevin. Kevin, you're using.
Oh, Lisa. Yeah, I don't know why it comes up Kevin. This is eyeglass cleaner from my eye doctor.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. All right, Mary Kay, what do you have?
Ken still uses, I froze. Ken, my husband, still uses regular hand soap. So it's like,
I like how you're like,
split.
he uses it. I don't. This is him.
We have 2 in the bathroom. One that I make with Castile soap and essential oil and coconut oil. And then this one sits right next to it because he refuses to use the one that I make.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And Gina, what do you have? You have your Lysol wipes, Gina? Lysol wipes, yeah. And Barb's got her bottle of Clorox there. So I want you to look at, if you look at any one of those ingredients on the back of that or on the box, Lisa, yours might be on the box since you have an empty bottle. You can look up any one of those ingredients on EWG, even the Environmental Working Group. You can even look up that brand, and it's going to give you a lettering, and it's going to tell you exactly why they've lettered that. So most of the products that you ladies very lovely showed up probably have an F, and it will tell you exactly what it is in those ingredients and why and what it causes. Like it will tell eye irritant, skin irritant, cancer causing, like there's so many different things that are on there. So who was it? Only Gina was the only one that had raised their hand about the Thieves. What is the one thing, like Mary Kay, you said your husband doesn't want to switch over, right? Actually, my husband was using the homemade product that I have, but honestly, once I got the Thieves I got the Luscious Lemon Foaming Hand Soap. And he said to me, he's like, I like that way better than the stuff you make. So they're both non-toxic, but there is like some people just like that whole DIY part. There are certain extra ingredients that the company makes that adds to it, that like glycerin and all these other things that we might not put in it to make it even extra, that they might like it. So you may want to give that a try with him. That may work. Now, Gina, what, especially you, since you watched this video, tell me something that you learned with that, and are you ready to give up your Lysol? You don't have to be. Well, you have to unmute yourself.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to give it up. My husband's on board. He's like, whatever you think, you know, he reads a lot. He's really into what's going on in the country, what the government is doing. And he said he is actually aware of them not approving some of the products that we use and stuff like that. So, you know, it's scary.
It's very scary, and it shouldn't be all done at once. So that's one thing I would highly recommend, is don't go throw everything out. You make a switch one at a time. So like maybe this month it's your cleaner that you use, getting rid of Lysol wipes, or the spray that you use. Maybe next month it's the dish soap that you have. Because one of the reasons that people don't make changes is, one, they're very used to what they have and they don't realize what's in their products. And the other part is that if you're not sick, you're not sick yet. And you don't realize what's going on in your body and what you're being exposed to. So the biggest thing is once you start doing this research and you start seeing all of the things that you're exposed to, research is learning. And that is the biggest thing to get you to make that change, because you're not sick until you're sick. So the problem is that you figure we are all, well, we used to be born completely like an empty case right here. But now, like you saw in the video, I'll tell you, they did a study where they wanted to look at babies before they were born, and they tested the umbilical cord for over 300 toxins. And in the umbilical cord, they found 289. So you've got all these kids that are born with these allergies and cancers and all kinds of stuff, just because of the exposure that the mother's getting. So it didn't used to be like that, but that's where we're at now. But you figure when you're born and you're like a bucket, you're this empty bucket, but over time, the more and more and more exposure that you get, your bucket becomes full, and then it starts to overflow. And that's when you start to get these weird, undiagnosed things that the doctor can't figure out what's going on with you, because there's so many foreign products in your body can no longer handle it anymore. And that's when we all start to get sick. And that's called bioaccumulation, just your exposure over time. And I think one of the scariest things is that the FDA, if you look at it and you read stuff, they say, we know that item or that product has chemicals in there that can cause cancer and illness, but it's just a trace amount. That's the problem. When you have just a trace amount and you're exposing yourself to over 200 chemicals or 200 products a day that have just a trace amount, then over time it builds up in your body. And that's when we're starting to get sick. And that is why my personal belief, again, I'm not a doctor, I can't dictate what's going on in the world, but why cancer is so high and there's so many different things going on. So what I found is when I was first making my own products, I started to do that as the DIY products, and I wanted them to smell good. So that's how I got into oils. I was getting my oils, as Dawn talked about, over at Whole Foods, because it was Whole Foods, and I thought, I'd go for the expensive stuff. And then I walked into a Young Living class and I found out that they are not the same. And that's how I really began my journey into all of this and Young Living. So we're going to go through. Does anybody have any questions so far? I want to see. What have you guys getting so far? Anything? Anyone? Dial. Mary, talk to me about your Dial soap for a second.
What about it?
So why do you like it so much?
It's what I've always used, or, what we have, it's antibacterial. We picked it up during the pandemic, and that's what we've been using.
I love it. Okay. Yeah. Dawn, you were going to say something?
Yeah, just going back to that video. And it is a little bit of like a fear tactic in that video, which I don't totally love, but it's very eye-opening because I didn't know any of that stuff and I didn't think I was sick at all. And then I ended up getting asthma in my like 40s and I'm just like a healthy person. And then my best friend got cancer of the appendix, which is completely insane. And they didn't find it until she went in for like routine GYN stuff. And when she went to get a hysterectomy, they found out it was cancer everywhere, not endometriosis. So she went through tons of testing and it was figured out that it was environmental. Most cancers are environmental. It was not genetic. So it was really, so that video is full of fear, but so were these two things. Like, why did I get asthma in my 40s and why did she get cancer? So that's kind of, she's the reason I found Young Living, and I had no idea it was going to help with my asthma. But after I got rid of all the chemical cleaners that I had in my house that I was buying from Target, we call it the greenwashing stuff. That's a term. It's to be like, instead of brainwashing, it's you're greenwashed. I was a marketing major in college. That's what I did my whole life until oils. I understand all that. It's a way to make, it's a brainwashing to make you think that the product's all natural and green when they're not. Mrs. Meyer's, 7th generation, they have some of those things in it. And I was buying some of those things. But once I got all that stuff out, the chemical cleaners were replaced with like the Thieves products, and made my own. Regina knows I didn't make one single DIY. Mary Kay, I don't do that stuff. I'll buy the soaps that are already made. I'll buy the laundry detergent, whatever. Once I got rid of all that, 6 weeks into using oils and diffusing oils and ditching candles and Glade plugins and fake fragrance, my asthma was gone, and no allergist could have told me that. And I went back to my allergist, and some of you guys have heard my story already. And he's a DO and he went to an alternative college, and he was like, keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, well, why can't you tell people about this? And he's like, because I'm a medical doctor. I'm a doctor in a medical practice. And if it's not something I can write on this prescription pad, I can't tell you about it. And I was like, are you kidding me? So my friend is over 3 years cancer free now, and I have no asthma. So thank you to Young Living. And that's why we're here educating, and hope that you guys learned something tonight. And you already have, because most of you have already been to some of these classes, and are sharing about this as well, because it really is that important.
Yeah, it is, because the research also shows that basically of all the cancers out there today, it's like 92 to 95% of them are called chemical cancers. So they are not from genetics, they are not from anything, but they are only from the exposure to toxic chemicals. And that is overwhelming and alarming and terrifying at the same time. And I know that my husband used to have a horrible allergy season. And so now, once we got rid of all the toxins in our home, this past 2 years, he has not had an allergy season, because his body, your body has to be able to fight things off, and it has to have a strong immune system. But when it's bombarded all the time by all the toxins, it can't do what it needs to do to process what it gets exposed to. So by eliminating the toxins, what you're exposing yourself to, spraying in the air, and all of those things, that will help your entire body, your whole immune system, and everything will be working better. So what else I was going to say? Oh, you mentioned greenwashing. Yeah. So greenwashing, you'll see that's another thing people say. They're like, oh, I have my non-toxic, I have my all natural cleaner, or my green cleaner. It is marketing. It is a label. When they do greenwashing, they actually use chemicals to remove chemicals. So it still has chemicals in it. So those things are just, it's a falsehood. And it just gives you a false sense of security, but it's not helping you. So
one more thing is this did make me really angry, and it still does, that Europe bans all these chemicals. I remember telling Barbara about this in the Poconos one time, and we don't here. And this makes me insane. Why? I thought we were in the best country and everybody's looking out for us. And then you learn about that, and we let all this crap be in our products, and then we go and buy them because they have cute commercials. Again, that's my background, advertising. And that's us showing them that it's okay by our vote, by our dollar. It's not okay.
And part of it is people, they don't know what they don't know, and they're doing what they've always done. And it just is, yeah, they just don't know. And like I said, other countries actually sell us their toxic products because we'll take them.
If you've ever been to Europe, even the food's different. If you've ever been over there and you can see the same products on the shelves, and if you look at the ingredients, they're like this much, and then if you look at ours, it's like this. It's insane. Same company, same
They
product.
don't have gluten allergies in other countries because they
I didn't
don't
know that.
process the food the same way. They don't use GMOs. They don't do any of that stuff. So, I mean, we're just talking about the environmental piece of it, but there's so much to just your immune system and what you expose yourself to is that can change your entire life. So,
And that's why we're here, because we need to have strong immune systems with everything going on.
yes, yes. So we're going to go through, I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to just talk about a couple of the products. Like I said, I started making my own ones. Dawn immediately went for the stuff that was already created. But you can do both. You can either have DIY, you can, Young Living has everything already made for you. So it's whatever is going to fit with you and your lifestyle. So I'm going to do this. Can everybody see that now? Am I doing good so far with this? I'm gonna do a single.
You're doing great.
Awesome.
I wouldn't know this is your like first or
Except it
second
says,
Zoom.
thank you. I gotta go back to the top. Hold on. There we go. All things thieves. All right, so some of these things we already went through, but I just wanna, so these are like, again, some of the ingredients. Look at the item of the stuff you took out of your counter. Does it contain any of these items? So as we talked about the endocrine disruptors, the different things that are on the products, formaldehydes, phthalates, sodium lauryl sulfate. So that's a big one that a lot of people have heard of, and also that they want to avoid because it's actually a degreaser that people use to clean the floors of garages. That's found in a lot of toothpaste. It's a lot of cleaning products, laundry detergents, spray cleaners, dishwashers, but something you definitely want to stay away from. Actually, very recently, the FDA did decide that it is a toxic ingredient, and it took it out of most toothpaste, but you can still find that in some. So you want to be very careful about the toothpaste and different things that you pick up. Triclosan, they were doing a study on mice, and they found that the mice that were exposed to the triclosan, it caused them to be hermaphroditic. So as the mice were developing, they had both female and male parts. So that's another one you want to kind of stay away from. Phthalates, they're a group of chemicals found in personal care products. They can affect the endocrine system, reproductive health, and even potentially cause cancer. Formaldehyde, we know a lot about that. DEA, TEA, MEAs, they're found in household and personal care products. They've been linked to organ body system toxicity, bioaccumulation, and again, even cancer. So these are just a few of the items or ingredients that you want to avoid. But like I said, the people know that they cause these things, but they say because it's in trace amounts, it's okay to put it in the product. But again, like the lady on the video said, would you willingly go ahead and take something you know that you clean a garage floor with and ingest that or take that or eat that? Like, why would you do that? So, all right. Seed to seal. So I know Dawn talked about that last week. And for those of you that weren't there, so Young Living has an amazing seed to seal. They own all of their own farms. It's a quality guarantee that you are getting the absolute best product you can, and that there's no compromising. They check the quality of every single thing going through their factories and through their buildings. There is no pesticides used in the fields that they use for the oils. So you can always guarantee that you're getting the best quality products through Young Living. Dawn, do you have anything you want to add to that one? I know you love the seed to seal thing.
Well, I've been to the farms, and they're pretty darn amazing. And any Young Living member can go to any farm for free. Just show your ID, they'll look you up and be like, come on in, and you can tour the distilleries. And I'm not a DIYer, I'm not a farm person, but it's pretty incredible to see all the stuff. And I'm actually fascinated by all of it and the distilling stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And we're one of the only companies that has that seed to seal. And you'll hear other companies say, oh, because they source out and we're the only ones that own the farm. So that is a huge, huge, huge thing. Huge thing.
Yeah, especially with consistency, because ours will be the same over and over. Like our seeds are from Provence, France for the lavender. Same seeds are in Utah, same climate and same outcome. So other companies, their peppermints will smell different every bottle you get. So there's a lot to be said about seed to seal. We're really the pioneers of the essential oil industry. I wish I was around Young Living in 1993, but I had no clue about it until 2017. If I knew about it when I was having babies, it would have been a lifesaver.
Yeah, huge. All right, so one of the first products I'm going to talk about is if you are going to start with any Thieves product or starting to switch around anything in your home, I would 100% start with the household cleaner. So this is an ultra concentrated cleaner. You can use this on every surface of your home. You can use it on marble, you can use it on granite, hardwood floors, you can clean glass with it. You can use this every single place. You can clean toilets, bathrooms, 100%. So all you need is like that little 14.4 ounce bottle, the little cap that's on the top. That's all you need is that one capful in a 16 ounce bottle of glass container. Fill the rest with water and you can clean your whole entire house with it. So one, it's an amazing product. It's 100% plant-based. The other important thing is it's very safe around pets, dogs, cats. This is my favorite thing to do. So somebody on this call is actually gonna win this bottle here, but I'm going to open it up and spray it. So if you can actually, oh, it's off, spray it. I can lick it. Tastes good. This is pumpkin spice. I made this a pumpkin spice one. Yeah, I know people, I could sit here and eat it, drink it, and I don't have to call poison control. Gina, your face is like, what did she just do? I did. I liked my skin. But it's 100% non-toxic. I don't have to call poison control. It's safe for pets. It's safe for babies. That is a big thing. Like you'll even notice that there are so many pets these days that are getting all of these unknown illnesses and you have to put them down. Where Swiffer Wet Jet, which you put on the floor, is actually 100% toxic to animals because they're licking their paws, they're licking their skin. They are closest to the ground. So what you put on the ground makes a difference to them as well. So this is safe for babies. It's safe for pets. It's very inexpensive. So just like I said, this one capful, there's about 60 capfuls in that one bottle. So it'll cost you about 80 cents to make this one bottle. And it'll last you a long time, depending upon how much you're cleaning. But that little bottle, that 14.4 ounce bottle, probably lasts me about 6 months, maybe even longer. They have a 64 ounce bottle and you get 128 basically bottles of this cleaner. So then it ends up costing you like 69 cents. So extremely cost effective, works. Does anybody have any questions on the household cleaner? Like if you're going to start with anything, that's your ticket right there. That's the first one you want to start with. Amazing, amazing stuff. Yes,
Gina has a question.
Go for it.
So all right, so I'm going to get a bottle and I'm going to fill it with a one capful of the Thieves and then 2 cups of water. Then I can scent it with whatever other flavor oil that I want. Is that what
so like this one, like I said, I fell in love with, I tried for the first time, was pumpkin spice, which has clove, nutmeg, orange, and cinnamon bark in there, which is also, it like enhances because those ingredients, some of them are also in the Thieves cleaner or in the Thieves oil as well. And it just smells so amazing. Another one that people are doing right now is the Christmas spirit. You can add extra lemon to it. You can add pine. You can add really whatever you want to make it smell however you want. So yeah, absolutely. You can enhance it in any way that you want to do that. So it's pretty spectacular. Love, love, love that cleaner. I give that away a lot too. So like if you want to make a switch in your kitchen, so there's the automatic dishwashing powder. Now I'm going to be 100% honest with you folks. The dishwashing powder is, Dawn, did you like it? Like that was one of the only things I think I've ever used where I was like, I did not feel like it was good.
I don't like the dishwashing powder. My dishwasher prefers like gel ones. But I actually use that for other things. I use it in my laundry. I use it kind of like as an OxyClean. I use it as an abrasive to like scrub other things like the shower. I still use it, but I don't use it as a dishwasher powder.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah,
And
I'm the same.
a little bit of a booster.
I use it in my laundry too.
Oh, you do, Mary Kay?
Yeah, and I also too, if I have a little stain on a piece of clothing, I'll wet my finger and put a little of the dishwasher powder on it and just rub it in the stain and like the crumbly powder, and then wonderful. I mean, it works great. It just gets that little stain right out before I
So
throw it
it's
in the
good for
laundry.
everything but your dishwasher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works great on stains.
I made it for my laundry stain mix too.
That's awesome.
They need to come out with a gel dishwasher.
Yes. But the dish soap is really great. The fruit and veggie soak, I would not ever be without that. I used to use just vinegar to clean off my fruits and veggies. But now I use this. You just put in a bowl. Again, 1 capful right into the bowl. It gets a little sudsy. Let it sit there for like a minute. And then you simply wash it off. And what you see that's left over, there's bugs, there's dirt, there's like all kinds of stuff every time at the bottom of the bowl. It's pretty, you're kind of like, ugh. So simply then rinse it off and you're good to go. That Thieves Veggie Soak is also another great stain remover. That works really well for stains too. And I put a little bit in my laundry sometimes for an extra boost. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So you can do the veggie spray too. If you don't want to use the whole bottle, you can just spray your fruits and veggies real quick if you want to spray that before you go. The laundry, the laundry soap is really great. You can actually take this bottle, it's ultra concentrated. You can split it into 2. We have a little thing on our Facebook page of a little DIY hack of how you can split your laundry soap to make it last longer. If you are using dryer sheets, switch those out. They're extremely toxic. That's another really fast change you can make. And you just use these wool, I have my amazing bag of balls here. You use these wool dryer balls. You can scent them too. So if you wanted to have lavender or lemon or purification, you can just put a couple drops on the dryer ball, throw that in there. It actually helps the clothes dry faster. And this is the scent then that goes on your clothes, because your skin is your largest organ. So what you wash your clothes with and then also put in the dryer then goes onto your body and gets absorbed into your skin. So you want to use something non-toxic. So this is a great, great solution to that. If you want to change out things in your bathroom when you're ready to do that, they have amazing toothpaste. They do not contain fluoride. We won't get into fluoride, but fluoride is actually a toxic ingredient. You can look that up. There's lots of articles about it and how and why it is a toxic ingredient. The dental floss, I will tell you, it's a love or hate relationship with that, because if you have very, very tight teeth, trying to get this particular dental floss in there, sometimes it can fray, but sometimes it can go very smoothly. It's got peppermint in it and the Thieves, so it's double coated. So it actually gets into your gums and it really cleans it and helps to release slowly essential oils into your mouth all day. Same with the mouthwash. It's absolutely amazing. I love the mouthwash. I did a post on it the other day. I actually put a drop of clove oil in my mouthwash because clove is, there's already clove in there, but it just helps to keep with sensitivity for your teeth and your gums, and it helps with overall gum health. So really awesome stuff there. We have the soaps. So our foaming hand soap and our cleansing bar soap, those are really awesome to use as well. You can use that in your bathroom. So that was what my husband preferred, was the Thieves foaming hand soap and the Luscious Lemon one rather to my homemade foaming hand soap, but that's all good. I don't take any offense to that. It's all good. The spray and the hand sanitizer. So as you guys know, recently there was a huge recall on hand sanitizer. One of the reasons why is because what they do is they denature hand sanitizer. Your commercial hand sanitizers are denatured with ethanol, which is highly toxic to the body and the system. Young Living denatures their hand sanitizer with peppermint. So that keeps it all natural. It actually will moisturize your hands and not dry them out. It's antibacterial, antifungal. It'll kill 99% of the germs. So this is a great, great, great thing to have. And you get this little travel one. They also have a big one. You can use the Thieves spray when you go places for doorknobs, if you're traveling, anything like that. That is like your bottle right here, but just in a little tiny travel container. And the wipes I love. When I was at the gym, I still teach at the gym, and I use my wipes rather than what the gym has, because I don't like their toxic ones. So,
And all of those are sanitizing. They have over the 65% or whatever alcohol needed to be called sanitizing. So they are.
Yeah. And everyone's always like, it smells so good in here. What is that? So your ingestible Thieves, the Vitality oil, you can make if you get like a little scratchy throat, you can make a Thieves tea, dropping some honey in there, lemon. You can do a drop of Thieves. You only need one drop, because otherwise it gets really, really hot. So just one drop, and that's an amazing thing for your throat, and for if you have a raspy voice, things like that. The cough drops are absolutely phenomenal. I have tried the mints. I like them, but I haven't tried the lozenges. So Dawn, can you speak on the lozenges? Have you had those?
Yeah, they're actually really strong, because we had the lozenges before we had the cough drops. They're really strong. Like, the mouthwash is also too strong for me, so maybe it's just my own preference. I dilute the mouthwash with water, but I do gargle with it because it has colloidal silver in it. So look that up. That's pretty amazing that our mouthwash has that in there. But the Thieves lozenges, they're very, very strong. So if you need a strong one, they're great. I actually gave them to my friend Danielle, and she loves them. I just go for the cough drops, whether or not I have a cough. I just like them.
They're good. They're really, really good. Okay, so these are a couple recipes if you want to take a snapshot, but I'm actually going to be, anybody that wants to, that's on the call. Where's my little thingy? I have these 2 booklets. I meant to get them out, sorry. I'm still here. If you want to put your address in the chat, I will send you this Thieves booklet. It just tells you all about like the different products that we have, what they're good for, all these different things. And then this is like a little mini recipe book. It will tell you how you can use it as a degreaser, all-purpose cleaner, glass and mirror, and I'll send you out one of those. So lots of, I also have, like I said, homemade. If you're looking for some homemade recipes, just let me know. I'm more than happy to share those. I do my own soft scrub, my own glass cleaner, all that kinds of stuff. So I like doing all that stuff.
There's a chat button at the bottom of your Zoom. If you click on the little bubble, you can type and read things that I actually just typed in there. Some good scents that I know people add to their Thieves household cleaner, like rosemary and peppermint and basil.
Oh yeah, that is good stuff.
So put your address, and also everybody here tonight is going to get a Thieves label. I'm here too. I didn't get it out. If you have your own, you get your own glass bottle. Amazon sells them. Get a 16-ounce glass bottle. Send me your address. I probably already have it. Just let me know if you want one, and I'll mail it to you.
Awesome. So now, if you don't already have a Thieves packet, most of you guys I know are already Young Living members, and I'm pretty sure you may know the trick or you may not know the trick. You can actually, let's say you're a member of your household and you've already gotten like your oil kit or something, and now you say, you know what, I would love to get the Thieves kit. You can sign up another member of your household, and you'd actually get a $50 thank you check for opening up account for somebody. And that's a great way to get a new kit in your home and also get a little bit of money back. So anybody who gets any of the starter kits does get 24% off being a wholesale member, and that is good for a whole year. So with that, if you get the whole Thieves kit, you get 2 bottles. So here's a little thing. Some people look at that whole kit and they go, oh, I don't need all that. You can split this kit in half, and you can actually give it as a gift, or you can share it with somebody, which is absolutely amazing. So you get 2 of the Thieves cleaning bottles, 2 foaming hand soaps, 2 of the hand sanitizers, 2 sprays, 1 Thieves oil, toothpaste, and a mouthwash. So like I said, you can even split that up and give them out as gifts if you wanted to. So lots of different options for that. Now, if you did not want to get that whole kit, another option is you can do a basic starter kit. So it's $35 for that. You actually get a little bit of the Ningxia, and you could do a Thieves home cleaning kit. So that one, you actually get a few other oils with it. You get pine, purification, Thieves, and lemon, and you get the cleaner as well, the Ningxia, the mints, and a foaming hand soap. So that's a pretty awesome deal as well. I'll be honest, that Thieves home cleaning kit sells out quite a bit. It's often sold out. So if you see it, grab it when you can. And it comes with like a bucket and this cleaning packet. It's really awesome. Another way to become a member or just to get it started is you can get a basic kit and you can add whatever you want. So maybe let's say today you want to get just the Thieves household cleaner, but you're not yet a Young Living member. You get a basic kit and you can add on anything that you wanted to get. So you also get a stress away with the basic kit. And it's another good way to get started. So if you are already a member, they actually have a Thieves Essential Rewards kit. You save a little bit of money. You get all the things that you get in the Thieves starter kit. So those are just a couple of things, different ways. So want to know what questions you have. Dawn, I do have some giveaways. I don't know if you can do the spinning wheel thingy for me. I've got 3 different giveaways for people.
Yeah, I can. I'll start setting that up while you do questions. What
are you most excited about? Mary, you have a question?
Yeah, I do. You were just mentioning another kit. It was the last one that you showed. If we're already members, what was that?
So if you're already a member and you want to get a Thieves, like the whole package, it's a Thieves Essential Rewards kit. So you'll see that in your ER. It says Thieves Essential Rewards. So you save a little bit of money because you're already in there and you're already a member. So yeah, it's kind of like the Ningxia Red kit. You can get a Ningxia Rewards, Essential Rewards kit, and it's a little bit less expensive then.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Go ahead, Gina.
This is probably a stupid question, and you might have said it in the beginning. I apologize if you did. So Thieves, is that like an antibacterial, or like what is that just the name of this particular oil that does everything? Like what exactly?
So that's how it started. So Thieves, which I should have started with that. Thank you very much. So Thieves is the oil. That is really what started everything. So back when they had the bubonic plague, you had people that were robbing the dead and the dying, and they were putting on this essential oil blend and they weren't getting sick. So like long story short, the king found out all these things. They wanted to know what it was. It's this concoction of essential oils, which is named Thieves. So the clove, the rosemary in there, the eucalyptus, the cinnamon bark, all of those things. If you were to look up each one of those oils individually, they are really strong for your immune system. They keep viruses at bay, like all different kinds of stuff. So they call it's in a blend. And because of the history of it, they call it Thieves. And it's such a powerful immune booster and strengthener. They created this whole line around the Thieves.
That's why I was asking. I have an autoimmune disease.
Okay. Gotcha. Is it one where it should not be triggered by, like, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, I froze. Did you ask me a question? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, there are some autoimmune diseases that you don't want to stimulate them. Like if you have certain oils or something that can actually stimulate the immune system in a certain way. Like I was just reading about that because we have a member who there's a couple products she can't use because it actually will stimulate her immune system in a way that is the opposite of what she needs for her immune system.
I have Crohn's disease. I don't know if you heard anything about that.
Oh, yeah. Digize would be good for Crohn's, definitely. Yeah, there's definitely, or this should not bother you at all for that. But digize would be amazing for you for Crohn's.
What is it called?
Digize.
Digize. Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's a few of those. Does anyone else have any questions? You guys ready for our giveaways?
Mark's putting on his digize right now.
Oh yeah, that is one of Mark's favorites, or is it Danny's favorites for Mark?
Both.
It could be both.
TMI.
All
I
right.
don't see that in front of her. We're newlyweds.
Yes, you are. Congratulations.
All right, so the winner of the first one is going to get a large bottle of hand sanitizer. I'm going to put in a couple of the Thieves toothpaste samples and a few of the cough drops. Some of the cough drops, not the whole bag. You get some of the cough drops.
Wow, Regina.
And they're expensive. All right, who's
All right, does everybody see their name in there? I don't have me and Regina, but Danny and Mark, I have you as one person, even though I know you're two people. Mary, Gina, Lisa, Barb, Shelly, Sandy, Susan, and Jana. I'm gonna spin the wheel. Mel was here, but she left.
I can't see who that is.
It'll explode. Is it Danny? Danny!
I can say, is it?
Right.
Woohoo!
Yes.
I never win.
Look at that, you got exploding confetti.
Never say never.
That's okay.
All right,
we can
then
spin again.
next winner is going to get a sample of the Thieves cleaner, a toothpaste, and some of the mints. So you get like, this is actually two servings. Can I call them servings? I don't even know what they're called. Yeah, 2 servings in one.
And if you guys already have this, which most of you do, gift it to somebody. This is amazing of Regina to be this generous. So thank you, Regina. And, you know, share it with somebody. Give it for the holiday. Get them a glass bottle and I'm going to mail you a label. There, you got a gift. I think it's Sandy. Sandy, I know you're here.
All right.
She's got her cute picture up, so.
Does. I got you, Sandy. All right.
Thanks, Regina. I can never get it off mute quick enough.
You're good. You're good. All right. The next person gets to win this pumpkin spice cleaner.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we are on The Price is Right. What is happening?
It's not spinning.
Oh, I got to push it.
Oh.
Okay, who's it gonna be? No whammies. It went into Mary. Sorry, Shelly.
All right, Mary.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Mary, Regina lives in Morristown too. So Regina, you can just drop it off.
Wonderful.
Oh, you're
Great.
welcome. That's awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. So what, I mean, like I said, don't do it all at once, guys, but it is very, very important to take care of the environment around you, and doing things one at a time. Just either start like in the bathroom, or like I said, start with the cleaner. That's like the best way to start. But just doing things one at a time. And the more that you can reduce the amount of toxins that you're exposed to, the better overall health and wellness that you're gonna have. So, yeah.
So fun. Well, that was actually just in exactly an hour. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Regina.
Appreciate it.
You're more
Thank
than
you.